Okay, so part 2 of my daughter getting her adenoids removed. So the day of, we showed up to the hospital about 7 o'clock. I think that was her call time. We checked in, went to the outpatient area. Now, they had told me previously that they thought they were going to keep her because there is a risk of kids like bleeding. Very, very, very low chance of that happening because she's only 3. They wanted to potentially keep her. Spoiler alert, they didn't keep her. We went home the same day. But she went into surgery. They come out, backtrack. They come out, they put us in the outpatient room. So many nurses, very, very, very kind, come and try to explain to you what is going to happen. It's a very simple situation. Basically, you're gonna change your kid into the gown. Then they asked, like, would your daughter come with us willingly, or would you need to come? And I was like, I think I should go with you. They're gonna give her anesthesia and she will go to sleep. They do warn you that if you are going with them, you're going to see them put the mask over the kid's face. Kids normally fight. Mia did not fight them because we kind of prepped her. We told her, like, hey, so they're going to take you. They're going to put a gas mask on. Let's practice deep breaths. And she was like, and as she did that, she just knew. So when we went to the back, I'm dressed in like the gown, the disposable gown. And I tell her, they're going to put the mask on now, okay? She's like, okay. They put the mask on. She took deep breaths and did not fight them. And they were like, this never happens. That's so crazy. So they put the gas mask over her face. Her eyes rolled to the back of her head. It can look scary if you like don't watch your kid as they fall asleep, because she fought sleep so much in her whole life. I would watch her fall asleep, and like that's kind of common. Like when she finally is starting to doze off, the eyes just start to roll. So that happens. But they warn you about all of that. So she goes to sleep. She wasn't even in the operating room for, I want to say, like 45 minutes. They were done. On the board, her name changed, and we were able to see, and I was like, go figure out why her name is now yellow or red versus it being like green in the OR. So they were like, oh, that means that she's done. Doctor came out, talked to us, told us everything went well. And that they just want to keep her for a couple hours for observation, and that somebody's going to come and bring us to the back. When they went to bring us to the back, she was coming out of the anesthesia, and they had tubed her. So they were taking the tubes out, and she just wasn't having it. One thing that I thought would happen is that she would have like a sore throat, because that's what everybody talks about. You get your adenoids removed and your tonsils, or if you just get one or the other, you're going to have your sore throat. She was screaming from the moment they took the tube out. So like she had nobody's sore throat. Like she was fine. But they kept us for a couple hours. They offered her Jello. She ate Jello. She ate applesauce, drank some juice. She was ready to go, and she was very vocal about that. Like, I'm ready to go home now. But it was a very, very smooth process, like smoother than I thought. I took off the rest of the week. I didn't send her to daycare for the rest of the week just so I can keep an eye on her, because leaving your kid in someone else's care when they are coming out of like a surgical situation doesn't sit well with me. So I stayed home for the rest of the week. Just to keep an eye on her. She was literally fine and could have went to school the next day. Like, she was good. So yeah, that was our experience for the day of. I do go for her 6-week appointment on Wednesday of this week. So I'll make another video after that. And I do want to give context. Like, the reason we chose to move forward with her adenoids is because, one, she wasn't sleeping through the night, and 2, she was snoring while she was awake, and it is not normal for kids to snore, especially while they're awake. So I understood that something needed to change. I also was not understanding why she was getting sick so often after she started daycare. I felt like she was sick every month, and as a person who was a sickly kid, and I had a brother who had swine flu at some point in his life, and we had to go through that. Like, it just wasn't normal to me. So I took her to an allergist, and then they referred us to the ENT, and the ENT is the one who's like, does she snore like this all the time? And they did like the evaluation. So She had literally no issues. It was perfect. Now, what I do also want to share is she still isn't sleeping all the way through the night, but I think that also has a lot to do with her potty situation. She's getting better at holding it, so like now she's starting to reach that point, but we're still not 100% like 4 for 4 or 7 for 7, like sleeping through the night. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I didn't know so many people would be interested in learning about this, so I do apologize for the delay in my response, but more coming soon.